Oh, it's time, baby.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Getting you on the grind and improving your mind every single video, guys. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. So in this video, we're going to be not only reacting to a cut video explaining the topic today, but I'm also just going to go do the quick overview of the topic. So I think both men and women have the fear of being alone. I think it's a universal thing, and it's very interesting. Even with the rise of technology, we still seem to be on a rapid pace to feeling more alone than ever. Most people are spending a lot more time behind a screen than actually interacting with other people.
Yeah, and we do have one video that we want to show you guys that's probably going to really cultivate this whole alone thing, and it's probably going to be very just depressing, and we're very sorry for that. But it's supposed to
be
show
aware
you.
of this topic. I will say I think there's a difference between men and women being lonely, because I think men are a little more susceptible. Like they're a little more, well, a lot more men are alone technically because men don't get as much attention as women usually. But men usually are capable of doing things alone because we like to we'll meditate, we'll be at peace a lot. We don't really need, sometimes guys just want to be alone to get our, we like to do our own thing. Women are a little more different because women are more social in a lot of aspects, in a lot of ways. Biologically, women are more like, they simply talk more words and they like to have more contact with other people. So for women to be alone, I think is a lot harder, and it hits them a bit harder because women need a lot of social contact. They talk to their friends, family, their mom, dad, sister. Like if you live in the real world like we do, you know that women like to talk a lot, and they're always texting someone, they're always talking to someone, they're always on the phone, in the car, they're always, oh my god, they're always ranting about something. Women need to be very social. And if you're in a relationship with a woman, you want to make sure you give her enough attention as well, because if you don't give a woman if you don't fulfill a woman's emotional needs, she's going to be even more sad, and she's going to also be more likely to cheat on you. It's my opinion. So, but we'll explain more as we go through this video that we have for you guys, so we can illustrate our points a little bit better, because sometimes Mike and I are a little bit better at saying things when we are reacting to something. So let's start this cut video.
Yeah, so let me pull this video up for you. I have the link for it in the description, so we can all take a look at it together. And let us just go right into it. No bullshit here, my friends. Let's just get on with the cut.
What's your biggest anxiety?
That no one will ever love me.
Okay, hit the button. Okay, so I actually believe her, although this could be scripted, it could be whatever. I do think it's genuine, and I think just by her appearance, I think she has a desire to be. I think she's had a hard time getting a man, and I'm not trying to be mean in this video. All I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna be mean today. All I'm gonna try to say is she needs to find a man that will lead her to be more healthier. I will say that. I will be nice today.
He's gonna be nice for now.
She has a fear of being alone because she probably. God, I hate being brutal. Let's just keep going.
100 people.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Oh, that's hard.
The abuse of power.
Finding a therapist. Moths and bowling alleys and chickens. I'm afraid I'm gonna.
What?
Okay.
What? Anyway.
I'm gonna go bald because I don't have a lot of hair. So I'm super afraid that like my hair is just gonna fall out one day.
My biggest anxiety.
I, believe it or not, don't have much anxiety. I literally raw dog life. What's your biggest?
Same. Me too. Honestly, me too.
I'm starting to regret pulling up this video.
Anxiety.
Honestly, I'm not very anxious right now. I think life is pretty good.
What? Oh my god, I have generalized anxiety disorder, so like everything.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Living.
Life.
No, I'm just kidding. All of it. Waking up in the morning. Ooh, I'm so anxious. There's a lot of them.
How do you cope with that?
Sometimes you got to go on a walk.
Yeah.
Little mental health walks. They're nice.
I agree with that. I think
exercise is good.
Exercise. I think going on walks. I think sometimes you need to get out of the house. You need to feel nature. You actually need to go out and breathe just some fresh air, be out in the sun, get some vitamin D. Literally being outside is healthier. And a lot of people are inside way too much, and they don't do anything way too much.
Exactly. They need to be doing at least something.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Money.
Money.
Inflation.
My biggest anxiety right now is that I'm unemployed and waiting to see where my next paycheck/job is going to be.
I would like to be gainfully employed, but it's also made me examine what it is that I really want out of a job. Hire me.
Just being stuck in a.
The puzzle one. So yeah, a lot of the world right now is just suffering. Our economy is completely trashed, and part of feeling alone is not being able to catch up with the rest. So people are always looking at social media and seeing how everyone has the better life than them, and it makes them feel bad. It makes them feel more alone, which is another side effect once again of technology and how it can make you feel more alone. And if you don't have a good support system, if you don't have a good group around you supporting you and everything, and of course if you don't have the self-confidence to be that person, of course you're going to feel more alone. And that's why it's very good to build a social network. Is very powerful. I am very blessed to say I actually have friends in my real life who would get my back no matter what. I am very fortunate. I do know that there are others that are not as fortunate as me, so that's why we try to bring out the positive messages in life. Sometimes you got to be a little hardcore, a little bit ruthless, a little bit brutal, but people need to hear harsh truths in order to better their life.
Exactly.
The job I don't like.
Finding a job.
Getting fired?
Work.
Nothing is ever like fully done.
Keeping a roof over my head, having food for my cats.
Where's your man?
Basically, like just
Jeez.
being able to live a comfortable life.
I definitely freak out every time I leave because I want to come home to my cats because I live alone, and if I die, my cats are also dead. So
this guy, you could already tell from the first couple seconds of him speaking, he's not putting any effort to not be alone, it seems. Well, my question to him would have been, well, what are you doing to escape your lonely life with your cats? You sound like a 50-year-old divorced woman right now, and you're wearing a suit, which is making it even worse.
Yeah, I wonder if he was going to. I wonder if he was going to like job interviews.
This is the kind of guy who would never have the balls to actually approach a cute girl that he thought was attractive and actually never try. He probably doesn't get good online dating results. Probably has bad pictures. Probably has a bad bio. Probably not really trying that hard. I think if you really try your hardest, I think it's going to be very hard for you to mess up. Like I will, if I really feel like I'm alone, I'm going to go out, I'm going to make friends. I'm going to find a way to not be alone. I will solve this problem as a man that is trying to succeed in the world. I will try every bit of energy I have into trying to solve the problem of loneliness, guys. A lot of people that feel alone do not try hard enough to not be alone. If you feel like society and others around you are rejecting you, you need to go even harder no matter what. You need to, put full force energy into actually trying to become better and making a social network happen.
Exactly. You got to do, as a man, you have to do things. You have to actually put in effort of some sort. And whatever it is that you want to be doing, you should be putting in as much effort as possible. That's just how that works as men. We just need to put in the work and just do it and go. This guy doesn't look like he's really trying that hard, but I hope that he does. Oh, of course.
Damn ads.
And I ain't buying YouTube Premium. That shit's going up too in price.
Yeah, no.
Fuck that.
Thanks a lot, economy.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks so much.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Time.
What's going to happen next?
Where am I going to be in the future? Where I'm going to be in the next 10 years, or if I'm actually going to succeed.
Not achieving what I set out to achieve.
And it's like, I feel like I'm on track right now, but I could always fall off.
I don't know if it's success that scares me more or failure that scares me more, but you need them both. So
has it ever come true? Have you ever failed?
Lots of times, honestly. It's just part of being human and something that I've had.
Succeed.
Yeah, no,
must fail.
She's right.
At something.
Yeah. It's important to fail.
I will try something so many times, even people who are not very practical. Let's say you're not very good at building stuff. Well, if you're not good at like reading books and learning and passing a test in school or something like the ASVAB for the military, like, you have to really put all your energy, like you have to put time and effort more than others. Sometimes life is unfair and sometimes you're going to have to try harder than others in order to make things happen. But everyone's a little bit different and everyone has their own pace, the way they can learn things. But the thing that makes you different from everyone else is how much energy and how hard you try and how much consistency you put into achieving your goals. If you are truly trying your hardest, no matter what, putting as much time as you can to complete your goals and trying to learn something, then you will succeed. You must have the consistency, you must put in the effort, and you must believe that you can achieve those goals.
Exactly. And she's correct. Like, you need to fail. Like, failure is important. Like, you shouldn't like strive to fail, but you should accept failure with open arms. You should take it when you get it, learn from it, and then move forward, knowing what you have done wrong and what you can do better with.
And to get over.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Death.
Mortality. Like, I really just don't want there to be anything. And my sinking suspicion is there's probably something after this.
Anytime I get sick at all, it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
What's your biggest anxiety?
It's my parents' health.
Losing somebody I love.
My biggest anxiety is probably the death of my family members. I am very family oriented. I come from a pretty small family, and my mom and my grandma are both getting up there, so I get really anxious about that.
How do you deal with
Oh,
that?
you can.
Cry a lot.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Ooh. I feel like my biggest anxiety is just like ending up alone.
Being alone.
You know, it gets lonely at night. You want to cuddle.
People leaving.
What?
That guy. Oh, Lord. He might as well cuddle with himself. But, see, a lot of people just have the instinct fear of being lonely. I think that a lot of people do not really. Well, first of all, you need to be alone sometimes so you can get your head clear and just take a break from, you need to recuperate your brain cells, because some people are so stupid you can't even be around them that long. But other than that, sometimes, like a lot of women, that's why I think a lot of women need men, because they need that strong leadership. They need that strong guidance. Without a man, they're chaotic on their own and their friend. Like, it's like the whole Survivor episodes when all women would be together in the island and they would not know what to do, and they would just all pretty much die until the rescue team came to get them. But yeah, I really do believe, we live in a society right now where men and women are being pushed against each other by society and everything. But I really do believe men and women are better together than they are apart. And I think a lot of these women just need a strong man in their life, a man that will not make them feel alone anymore. Because the right man will come along and he'll give her so many things, like internal and external. He'll make her feel like she can never be alone because she has that powerful man next to her at all times, and it makes her feel even better as a person. So very, very powerful stuff. It goes deep. It goes very deep, actually. Game goes deep.
Oh yeah, super deep.
Being by myself, if you're like not making friends in a new place, you're like, oh my God, like this is gonna be the rest of my life and I'm gonna be sad and then I'm gonna like die alone.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Being a good mom.
My children.
Like I'm trying to do my best.
You're responsible for keeping a human alive, especially at a toddler age. That's a lot of work. Like that is hard. Like he, will just run up to stuff and try to like unplug stuff and then plug it back in. I'm like,
True.
You might die. Like, don't do that. Like, let's go back to your play area.
I'll fight God for my kids. God no.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Oh, doing something like this. I just felt like everyone was looking at me. I get scared talking to people. And that I come off really weird, and I feel sometimes hard for me to like really connect with people or have them be like, yeah, Stevie's really cool and like want to talk to me.
Well, I would not make fun of this person. She seems like a very what's what I'm looking for? I'm not trying to insult her at all, of course. I don't know. I think she just needs some really good friends. She seems like a very genuine person, like a good person. I think she's a good girl. I think that I hope she finds good friends and a good man to take care of her. You could see it in her eyes. She's just a pleasant. I think she's generally a good person.
Yeah, I think a lot of these, especially a lot of these people that are talking right now, that are saying that they have an anxiety of like talking to a bunch of people and stuff like that. There's a way to get over it, but it takes a long time, and it's just you just have to put yourself out in uncomfortable situations, which sometimes I know a lot of people, they don't want to do that, and it makes them afraid, but you need to do it anyway, just because you want to overcome. If you have this specific problem, you understand that you have a problem and you want to fix the problem, you have to do uncomfortable things to get to the results that you would like. And so if these people do want to do that, the first thing that they should be doing is just going and trying to talk to random people out in the street, just like, or like if where a situation comes up where you're able to have a conversation with somebody, make that conversation. Just make that leap of starting a conversation with somebody randomly, or in whatever specific situation. Like let's say you're on a long line at a grocery store and you're like waiting to check out or whatever, and you're sitting there and there's people, in front of you, behind you, you're all waiting in line. And maybe let's say something happens like off to the side that you notice, and you try to say like a funny joke about it, and then try to get someone's attention with that's near you. Maybe they'll laugh or whatever, and then that way you can start a conversation with somebody. These are just ideas and things that you could do to just put yourself out there and let yourself fix these issues that you feel like that you have, that and which end up turning into anxieties, which is that don't you can fix a lot of these things, which is what I'm saying.
Well, I think you're pretty easy to talk to.
I mean, I have social anxiety, fear.
Social anxiety, and you're doing this?
I'm pushing myself.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Okay, good job, because that's a good thing. A lot of people have social anxiety, and I think part of it, even more now than in the old days, because I said it before, technology really is dividing people amongst each other, I think. And a lot of people, when you spend your childhood until now, like on your phone, you really do lose a part of humanity in your brain because you don't talk to people as much. You grow up without those social skills. So to recover from that is going to take a lot of time and consistency, and you have to bring yourself out there. You need to feel certain emotions in order to really, you have to basically undo the damage that technology has done to you, or that you've kind of done to yourself, but you still have to get out and get better. So a lot of people do have social anxiety due to circumstances that they set up, or maybe they had a disadvantage, but you can still overcome by taking action and at least trying. No one's going to hate the person who tries their hardest.
Exactly. I mean, and with that guy that was just on the screen before, I don't want to just say that that I don't think he has social anxiety. I don't want to say that, but it makes me feel like he doesn't because of how he was speaking and how he was, going through the things. He probably is just introverted, where he doesn't want to talk to, like, he doesn't he wants to talk to people, but like he just doesn't, like, he's just too afraid to like actually do it. And so like this is him trying to get out, and he just covers this thing as just pretty much social anxiety, which is like a lot of these terms are what people are using to just cover and coat like the issues that they have. And so like you could be false diagnosing yourself, like if unless if it's from a doctor. I don't know if this guy actually has something where he's like, where there's a doctor's note or whatever, he has social anxiety or something. I don't know. But if he's self-diagnosing that he has social anxiety, and he was being how he was, I know he actually doesn't have it. It's just something that he likes to, that you use to cope with, to then just continue on with life however you may. And that can lead to a victim mentality, which is definitely not something that we recommend doing on this channel. You do not want to be a victim. You need to be a survivor. You need to be someone who, pushes through whatever obstacles that come to you and that you have to face every day. And one of them just so happens to be, dealing with social interactions. That is something that, can be challenging to some people. But if you can overcome them, and over time, they won't be as hard. They'll be very easy. They just come naturally.
I hate capybaras.
What's a capybara?
It's like, it's a giant rat. It's like,
We have those
it's
here?
like a giant like rodent. No.
I'm gonna propose to my lady sooner or later, and that whole like world is just scary as hell.
For some of you,
did you say what I thought he said?
For some of you, it will be scary, very scary.
And for guys like me, I'm having fun tonight.
Exactly. He was trying to propose to her, is what he's saying. I don't know if that's what you heard.
Can we rewind?
Yeah.
I might have had a moment.
I went a little too far. Hold on. Oops.
Like rodent. No.
I'm gonna propose to my lady sooner or later, and that
I'm sure supposed to say yes unless
whole like
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sure, it'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
World is
work for me.
Just scary as hell.
My biggest anxiety? Oh gosh, running out of gas.
Probably parking situations.
Word.
Park?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Once you cut, don't uncut.
Okay.
Parallel parking.
Until you hit the sidewalk?
No.
Well, that's my thing. I'm like, once I hit the sidewalk, I'm like,
Health crisis in this country, but that's all I'm gonna say. Let's continue.
all right, good. I'll just like maneuver.
I've actually been working on my anxiety a lot lately, so
Good.
I don't know.
Good.
Yeah, I'm pretty good right now.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Honestly, hurting other people. I know what it's like to be hurt, and it's just something that I try to like stop the cycle of.
Even if it's just something like I may have said by accident.
Anyone that's I meet in my life, I'm like instantly like, I want to make sure you're good all the time.
My biggest anxiety is that I'm not doing enough.
And that I won't be enough.
Or letting people that I really care about down.
I think just in general disappointing people. There are circumstances where it's totally rational, but there's also times where it's like, Anna, you're gonna be fine.
Oh, I get it. I understand, girl. I'm not hating. I get it. You know, there are some girls, you know, you could just tell they're good girls. You could tell by the energy that they're a good girl. And then there are girls that are just, you know, they're just pieces of shit. But let's keep going.
Chill out.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Being embarrassed or like being in situations where like I could do something wrong or I slip up. I work really hard to like not be some white jerk straight male.
It's white people.
What did you just say? Yeah, that guy needs to. I think he should be alone more often.
Needs to be alone more often.
Yeah, he's a little woke.
Why?
He needs to go back.
Because it's like you can't do shit around them. They always staring at you. They always think that you're doing something. You can't be black and look good. You have to be a scammer. You have to steal. You have to do this. And it's just annoying.
I just feel like if the people that I'm trying to spite aren't spited enough, I'm gonna be really upset.
That sounds like a super irrational.
Yeah. It's not in my head. Like it's physical, real people who have been praying for my downfall.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Oh, here we go.
That no one will ever love me.
That I'm actually unlovable. That people are.
Damn. What the hell's going on here? What are you doing?
Just turned. It's like
what's happening?
Just turned down Easy Street, I think.
You guys are making a mockery of me.
Oh man.
My friend because I've convinced them to, and that deep down they actually hate me.
Or they spread rumors about me.
Oh, you're not good. This is not going to work. You know, these people.
It's dumb. Let's say that outright. Stop talking shit.
Yeah. If
Stop being an
you
idiot.
want to talk shit,
Focus
talk
on
shit to
yourself.
them. Yeah, if you want to be talking shit, you better be talking shit to that person.
Yeah,
Because
stop
that way you
stop
can
gossiping behind people's back, guys.
Yeah,
Especially
just-
guys out there. Let the women do that shit. Men should not be gossiping.
Especially men. Yeah. If you feel like you need to talk shit, you talk shit to them.
Yeah, you be
To their
direct.
face.
You be
Like,
direct
yeah,
as a man.
direct to them. You don't
Let the women play mind games.
Exactly.
You be direct and you
Some-
solve your problems
some dumb
immediately.
shit.
Will hate you.
What's your biggest anxiety?
Trying to like deepen my voice around other people to sound straighter.
Being trans and how people perceive me. If I got attacked specifically by like multiple people, like I think I might be able to handle one person.
What's your biggest anxiety right now?
Ooh, there's a lot of them being unhappy, which I know sounds like kind of self-fulfilling, but
I know.
I just think life is really short, and I want to do the things that will make myself and the people around me feel good.
Internally, no
Good girl.
passion.
My biggest anxiety is that I'll never feel like proud of myself or that I'll never feel content.
Not knowing what I'm doing.
What makes you anxious?
When it's close to like a party or something that I'm hosting or being a part of, I want to make sure that my part is correct. So I kind of get like, okay, I got everything in place. I'm good. I got that.
Has your hosting just gone bad? What's your biggest anxiety right now?
Environmental anxiety. Like I would bring it up at brunch.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those. I
know you guys, the girls are the feminists and watching this. Gonna be like, I don't. Who cares what your opinion? Fine. Yeah, it's my opinion. You're right. I would not prefer that. No, I think the nose ring. What do they call it? The
septum?
The septum bullshit. Yeah, I think it would get like if we're heavily making out, I don't want that thing touching me.
Yeah, no. It kind of makes me think that you are
Like-
something that I can.
Like
It look like. It makes me think that you're going to be something that's going to be hanging on a rail.
Oh,
that
hey.
with, you know, where butchers will go and carve out all your stuff to get steaks. Like that's what makes me think of that. You know,
Can't be me.
cows.
On a date with my husband at the party because the water levels are rising.
Not having everything set for end of life decisions.
Vomit.
School, bro. School.
I think like
Word.
schooling is expensive.
How are you coping with that?
School.
I learned how to crochet.
Whenever I have a show.
And it usually goes well, right?
Yeah.
Perfectionism. Like everything needs to be perfect. I need to be perfect.
Trying to work on that.
Nothing's ever going to be perfect.
Nothing will ever be perfect.
You got to be your
So you
perfect
just-
self in the moment
Yeah.
as best as possible. Don't, you can't be expecting perfectness all the time. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you'll be very disappointed.
Exactly.
And I don't like to feel disappointment, so I prefer not to.
Exactly.
Existential fear that people will inevitably destroy one another.
I have a meeting with my boss tomorrow and I'm really scared about it because she didn't tell me what it's for. And I asked her, I was like, oh, is it something bad or good? And she was just like, enjoy your day off. We'll see you tomorrow. So now I'm not enjoying my day off.
Sounds like a dickhead.
Yeah, it sounds like
a
you're gonna
dickhead
get
boss.
fired.
The hell did you do?
Sounds
My
like
first question.
Yeah, sounds like you're about to get fired to me.
Yeah, Mike. So any last topics before we end it? Any last
Honestly,
ideas?
like we were saying before, dealing with loneliness or just being alone or having specific anxieties, you need to overcome. These are all obstacles. These are all things that get in your way, to make you, to stop you from being happy, to stop you from, enjoying life. These things are in the way, and if you let them stay in the way, you won't fulfill being fully happy. So you want to find a way to overcome these. Men, it's a lot easier to overcome specific obstacles because we look for a problem, we try to solve that problem, we go forward. Women, sometimes it's better for them to, work together to figure out a problem. Sometimes they need to, collaborate with other like-minded women that have similar issues, and then maybe they'll get over it. Or they need a man to lead them out of the obstacles themselves, because maybe they have gone through an obstacle similar and they can, lead the way.
Right. So, guys, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Also, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let us know about this topic, what you guys think. And if you want to support the channel, you can donate to the Cash App link in the description below. And we're going to see you guys in the next video.